Talk about one of the disputed issues, the murder, the shooting.
Your signature.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and on this document, is it a fair copy or a true copy of your plea agreement that you entered?
Yes, ma'am.
The range of punishment for the offense of tampering with evidence. Are you able to see the document up there on the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know what the range of punishment is for that offense?
Yes, 2 to 10 years, possible fine up to $10,000 if the offense occurred on or after September 1.
And as part of your agreement, what was the punishment that was agreed upon that you were to be sentenced to?
Tampering with evidence, intent to impair.
Okay. And just regarding 1 and 3, were you in a relationship with Tamor McIntyre?
So he says.
And how would he refer to you as?
His girlfriend.
And were you during
Mask
this?
also.
Okay. And making the plans for the photo shoot, who was communicating with Mark?
It was me and Tamor.
Okay, and when Tamor was communicating with him, whose phone was he using?
Mine.
Okay. Nicknames that he would go by?
Pimpies or Pimp.
Okay. Now, why was Mark Saldivar picked as the person to do the photo shoot?
Because he was offering to do it at low cost or no cost at all.
Okay. And were you supposed to be part of this photo shoot?
Yes.
Do you know what the plans regarding you were for the photo shoot? What were you saying? And was regarding his build, was he skinny or chunky?
Skinny.
Now, regarding Jalen's appearance,
We hit the light at McCullough, and Tamor took out his gun and pointed it at Mark and asked for his bag. Mark refused to give him the bag, so they all started hitting him, and Tamor was hitting him with the gun, and the whole time I didn't look back, but when I did, I saw his face, and I started telling them to let him go, and I just kept screaming, let him go. And Jalen opened the door and started pushing him out. And he was fighting to get back in the car. And then I didn't let him in the car. So he went around the car and he jumped on the hood. And then the light turned green.
okay. I'm gonna stop you right there, okay?
Okay.
So, when you all were at the light on McCullough, you said Tamor produced his gun, correct?
Yes.
And who did Tamor have the gun pointed at?
Mark.
And what was Tamor saying when he had the gun pointed at Mark?
To give him his bag.
And so, once the light turned green, what happened?
He pointed the gun at me and told me to start driving. So I started driving. I didn't know where to go, so I turned into the first place that I saw, which was the Chick-fil-A. Once I turned into the Chick-fil-A, he kept yelling at me to get him off the car. I didn't know how to, so I was just going back and forth really quickly. And then Mark kicked the windshield, and Tay-K opened the door and shot him.
Okay. Now, do you see the person that shot Mark Anthony Saldivar in the courtroom today?
Yes.
Would you please point to him and identify him by the article of clothing he's wearing?
He's wearing a white shirt.
Thank you. Let the record reflect that this witness has identified the defendant, Tamar McIntyre. Now,
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in. And first and foremost, I do want to send condolences to the entire family of Mark Saldivar. With this being in the news and the headlines and being talked about all over the internet, as this trial kicked off, they are still going through it, still grieving their loss of somebody that they loved and cared about. That's somebody's son, nephew, cousin, close friend. Most definitely condolences to all of them. Prayers up, and may God bless his soul and he rest in peace. And I had links in the description where you can watch the clip in the beginning and in full on KSAT 12 as we seen it start to make its way into the news, because I really did kind of forget about Tay-K having another trial that he had to go through too, but we started seeing it get talked about last week as it kicked off. And it went underway today, where you heard directly right there, a girl he was dealing with at that time, Joanna Reyes, in exchange for her immunity, reduced sentence, and her plea deal was to come in and testify, tell nothing but the truth and the whole truth. Her truth was they went there to the video shoot or the photo shoot to do the photo. He was going to do the photo shoot for them for a low price. They didn't alert him in the car. Tay-K, his homie, decided to take the camera from him. When they went to take it, he fought back, ended up on the hood of the car, tried to get him off the hood of the car, drove him to the Chick-fil-A parking lot. She testified right there in the courtroom. That's where Tay-K shot him at. He was found dead there. This is 8 years ago now. We seen how everything played out with the race. Now Tay-K is 24 years old, already serving a 55-year sentence. This is one of them things right here, bro. I think that any nigga on this earth right now in today's time should know and feel that this is something that you would never want to be a part of. In the first case, he had said, hey man, I did a robbery, but I didn't kill anybody. I didn't shoot anybody. This is not what I did. It was strictly the robbery. But in this case right here, in exchange for that, she said, hey man, I was dealing with him at that time. He was saying that was his girl. Nah, he actually shot him. He killed him. It was for the camera equipment and things like that. Ain't nothing worth taking nobody's life. This is something that you can get for dirt cheap, bro. I know when you make decisions, and he was young at the time, but that decision he made at a young age is going to cost him the rest of his life, already serving 55 years. And, bro, he going to be nailed to it on this one as well. Maximum life in prison. State of Texas, bro. Y'all know how they get down out here. Murder, you're done. So I would just tell anybody this right here, man. Don't crash out over no little bit of paper that you can work and stack your money for. Don't crash out for no internet attention, for no clout, to go viral, to make no songs about things. All this stuff that you get praised for, murder, violence, shooting, killing, and stepping in this world right here, these are the same people that's gonna come to the comment section and say you crashed out in the end. It's all fun and games when it's entertaining. The labels will come sign you for this. They gave him record deals. They did all this. They promoted it to us. We just listened to a soundtrack at times of violence. Don't get me wrong. I'm a nigga that participate in that as well. I like some of that music. I'll wear that. I'll own that I do somewhat participate in this, but I would never go out and just kill somebody for a robbery, bro. At certain times, these things were getting rapped about as false stories, things that wasn't true. Things was just make-believe, it's entertainment. But now, we got real-life situations and storylines that these labels are looking to sign at authenticity because the fans want to believe it. The fans, they look for authenticity. We all look for authenticity. But at the same time, it's a balance, bro. All this murdering and killing and crashing out, there you go up in there, your family, your kids, if you got kids, your mamas, your brothers, your sisters, everybody in your family gonna be hurt because you gonna be spending the rest of your life in prison. The person you kill, they family gonna be hurt because they ain't gonna see their loved one no more. The labels ain't gonna feel no way, bro. The internet fans, they ain't gonna feel no way. It's gonna be just to the next news topic. It is what it is. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming. More videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot. Stay out this way. Stay blessed. Stay free, man.